yeah! Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Big Daddy Buzz. And my co-host,
Alfred.
Oh, I'm making money now. Oh, really? New sponsor alert, Mars Hydro. Yeah! It's crazy. Look at the shine, baby. Look at the shine. And money-making Alfred. The new sponsor money got me glowing. And you stumbled upon Thegrowunderthestairs. Ladies and gentlemen, Strain Hunting Edition Part 2. Let's get into it, yeah! We're already over budget. That's crazy. Right? Think we used all of the sound effects we had in that intro already. Hey, where's the question mark on the title? Good observation, Alfred. While we were waiting for the new sponsor to send us the new setup, things unfortunately changed in the garden. So we might have to change the title, and that's why coming up, we're gonna be setting up our biggest tent ever, as well as showing you what equipment we put in and what my plants look like under this new setup. Blur it all you want. We know how to fast forward. If you're that impatient, go ahead, fast forward. You'll only be ruining the video for yourself. Square. Also gonna give you an update on everything we did on last video, as well as making our very own Frankenstein plant. She's alive! That's right. In this video, we're gonna be grafting 6 different cannabis plants together. Wow! Outside of what I got going on, also gonna be showing you my neighbor's setup. That's right. Ended up posting this on Instagram. You guys went wild for it. So we'll give you a little bit more info on it. And in between all of that information, in case you're new to the channel, I do show a little bit of my personal life. A few cats, some beautiful footage from my current location here in Anchorage, Alaska, and anything else that I feel might boost the entertainment level in between all this learning. So if this intro got your attention while you have the remote in your hand, hit that like button. We are celebrating 13,000 subscribers to this channel. That's way too little for our tenant level. And I'm grateful just the same. Starting here with footage from our last video where I showed you how I do my trellising for the 2x3 tent that I have in flower up in my room. We did this right around week number 1 of flower to stop our plants from stretching into the light and to even out the top canopy. This is what these plants look like today. Oh yeah. Hey, what's up with them bottom lights? Yeah, so on last grow, you guys told me that I should add under canopy lighting to my grow. So I had this 4-bar light system that I usually reserve for clones. Since I'm currently not using them, I figured I'd try it out and install it. I mean, it looked cool. Now, as shown here, this is week number 3 of flower, so we still got quite a bit to go. But have I noticed any difference in the bottom nug development up to this point? No, I haven't. Is that the drum roll? But we'll try. Listen, you guys said. But let's get to why you're here. You guys want to see me set up my new equipment from my new sponsor, Mars Hydro. Oh, baby. Yeah! Hey, Mr. Canucks! Oh, we made it, baby! And no, Alfred, that's not Mr. Canucks. That's Manny. Oh, okay then. Whole different person from us, Alfred. I guess. Yeah, he's a silent partner in the channel. He's the one that's going to be showing us how to put together the biggest tent we've ever had. Now I'm confused. Now this tent is going to occupy a space 10 feet long by 5 feet wide and about 6.5 feet tall. Like most tents in the market, this uses quick connect joints, which made putting the frame together extremely easy. Manny and his cousin basically laid out the 10-foot space. So that's his cousin too? And then dropped the corner joints in place and proceeded to build the frame from the ground up. For comparison, on our last setup, we had 2 different tents, both of them oversized 2x4 spaces. So at minimum, we're gonna be doubling our grow area. Yeah. Hello, 911. Alfred, don't start. Yeah, I'd like to report a crime in progress. Now here's Manny, who wanted to do a little magic trick for you guys. Oh, look at that! Not embarrassed. Oh, that was nice. Listen, that was nice. So bad. That guy got talent. Zero shame. And that's the result, man. Look at that. That's what Manny looks like inside of that tent. You can tell he's a happy boy. Mind is blown. Look at that. Look at that, man. I know a bunch of y'all are rooting for us to win out here in this channel. If you've been rocking with us for a while, then you know we've been searching for a new sponsor for the last 6 months. We was starving. So I'm not gonna lie, man. Economically, that last half year was a little tough. I ate salami scented bread. You guys helped us get by with the Patreon along with genetic purchases. But it's gonna feel nice to once again get paid for the amount of work we put in these videos. Now in just a minute, we will continue with the installation of the light and the fan that we will be using in this tent. But there were a couple of other components that were sent to us by Mars Hydro that we won't get to unbox until next video. And for those that were rooting for us, we did get the money we wanted. And the deal that we wanted. So let's take a quick minute right here to celebrate with a little dance to the music from friend of the channel, Son of Man, whose project is available on all major platforms as well as YouTube. Check it out.
Got one no more, was bloody laid out on the 4 song 4. Who got me spitting with a tight jaw? Get that shit now, fuck like.
Hey, Mr. Canucks!
Couple close calls mean the top close, I need more. I had to get to it myself, but wait on the Lord. I'm a wind it up on the edge or die on the sword. Trying to double up now, ain't talking about a tour. Better ride my way, bitch, ain't talking about a for sure.
My man feeling himself. Let's move on to the next section of the show. The other day on Instagram, this popped up on my feed. Apparently, you can splice together a potato plant with a tomato one and make something that's called a pomato. I'm serious. Now, the reason for that is so that you can have tomatoes on the top of the plant and it will give you potatoes in the roots of it. No, I'm for realsies. I looked it up. I saw someone do it on YouTube. So I had to ask ChatGPT if I could do the same with a potato plant and a cannabis plant. And it said no. It said that they were different plant species and that maybe I could do it with hop, but that my best bet was to do it with other cannabis strains. Say less! So I decided to try it. I had 3 different big plants of the same cultivar, the dipping stick, gifted to us from the homie at How We Grow. So figured one of them could be sacrificed for this project. The plant has 6 main stems, so I decided to chop 5 of them off in order to graft 5 different cultivars onto them and then leave 1 branch of the original plant intact. Most videos about grafting that I saw recommend you try to get the same size stem for both the top and the bottom part of the plant, and to also strip any other size shoot that might be growing from them in order to both prevent the plants from drying out too fast by evaporating water through its leaves and from side shoots from stealing energy that should be going to the new transplant. I covered the part where I spliced them together with saran wrap because that's what I had, and placed all the grafted sections of the plant under a plastic bag. I was also recommended to lower the light intensity and to spray inside the bag with water regularly, similar to what you would do with a clone to maintain the moisture in them until the grafts take. Now, did it work? Oh, look at that! You saw that transition, doggy? Come on! Well, time has passed, so I do have an answer for you coming later on in this video. By the way, I want to fast forward. Hey, you could. I told you, you're going to ruin the video for you. I guess. That's a fact. Haven't you been enjoying this ride so far? Yes, life is a journey, not a destination. Yes, we move on. And how high can you fly with broken wings? Two more unboxing. This time we're looking at the exhaust fan that we're gonna be using to vent air and hopefully control the smells in this huge ass tent. I ain't gonna lie, I negotiated for the tent, the light, and the extra items that we'll be unboxing on next video. But the exhaust fan itself was sort of an afterthought. And by the way, these little arrows that these fans have indicate the airflow direction, in case you didn't know. For an exhaust fan that you plan to put inside of the tent, this would be the configuration to extract air out of the tent, going away from the carbon filter. The arrow going towards the carbon filter would be the configuration you would have if you wanted to place this system outside of you. Now, they sent me a 6-inch version, which had I thought about it a little longer, I would have opted for the 8-inch for this size tent. Or like they have it in their own picture, perhaps have 2 of these fans going. Hey yo, Manny, ugly as f. As we move on to this gigantic ass light that we're gonna be installing. Ladies and gentlemen, the FCE 1200 watts. Let's go. Discount code my name. That's right, discount code Alfred, and all the links are gonna be in the description of this video as well. And this light is rated for a 5x7 space, and that's pretty much the size that it takes inside of the tent itself. From the wall at 220 to 270 volts, it pulls 1200 watts plus or minus 5%. But important to note that on regular house circuits from 100 to 120 volts, the voltage that the light pulls can be 30% less, putting this somewhere around the 860 volt range. We'll test that in future episodes. We'll get a watt meter or something like that. Wait a second. So is this gonna be the Straight Hunted Edition part 2? It's a good question, Alfred. Let's get back to that real quick. We created 12 different genetics, of which we only got to test 7 of them. So the idea for this season was for me to run the other 5 in this new setup. Hey, look at Dan with the puppy! That is, in fact, Dan with the puppy. However, I didn't want to start the genetics until we received all of the equipment, so we could start it from scratch. It took so long for us to receive that tent that the little baby plants that have been growing for my breeding project ended up becoming huge, and now we have to flower them. Get in my belly! Yeah, so my neighbor Willie Nelson went on vacation for 11 days and left me his house, his car, and his pets to take care of. Oh, he trusts you, Bro has a nice kitchen, so I've been getting back to my cooking a little bit. But more on that in just a minute. First, let's get back to these plants that overgrew their space. These are the 8 plants that I was planning to breed with. They've been stuck for months in these little pots, so you could tell they're suffering. Because of how big they got, I can no longer use them for my original purpose. So what we decided to do now that we got the new setup is to go ahead and trim these up a little bit, transplant them into 5-gallon pots. Hey, that's that hairy guy Manny again. And with this new setup, go ahead and just put them right to flower after they recover. Well, what about the breeding project? A great question, Alfred. We did take clones of these. Hello, 911. And in about a month or so, we'll be ready for the breeding project again. By the way, you remember this plant over here? I posted it on my Instagram. Follow me there if you missed me during the week. It's the Cairo cross with the orange jello, and I re-vegged it from a nug. That's the nug right there in the middle of the pot. This is that same plant today. Feel old yet? Look at that. Yeah, and this is one of the 8 that we just finished transplanting into these big fabric pots. And let me show you what that all looks like right after the defoliation and the transplant within the new setup. Look at that. Don't be a hater, Alfred. But you're right, though. They do look a little sad right now. However, they do recover. And in this very video, you will see that.
Hey, there's Dan again.
That is Dan in his famous lighting up a pipe pose.
Why is that lady on top of the table?
Alfred,
Present?
we may never know. We may never know, Alfred.
Dan a wild boy.
This was at a local bar that Dan and I like to frequent. They have karaoke and live bands there sometimes. And the owners always treat us really nice.
Shout out Carousel Lounge in Anchorage, Alaska.
Oh yeah, of course. Shout out to Gary and Linda over there as we move on to the result of our Frankenstein plant. Did it work, man?
It's alive! It's alive!
Well, kinda. We got some success, man. We did. That's right. We grafted 5 different cultivars in this plant. And as you could tell by the new growth there and how straight this particular branch is standing, some of them did take. 2 others pictured here don't look like they're doing too well, but still alive. And then we have to find the one that seems to not have taken at all.
Boo that plant!
Boo! So as of now, if nothing else works, we got 3 different cultivars in the same root zone. But we're not gonna give up on those 2 that look like they got some life left. Let's unwrap some of the saran wrap so I can show you what the joints look like from the ones that did make it. And look at that, man.
That's crazy.
I know it's hard to tell on camera, but those 2 pieces did heal together. So now I got 3 stems outside of the plastic bag, but I left the other 3 in the plastic bag, and I will keep misting them in the hopes to recover the other 2 that aren't looking that good. But we'll see. Next video, we'll have our answer as we move on to my neighbor's setup. This is his dog out here that I'm watching.
What up, Sam?
While he's away on vacation. I'm also watching his plants for him. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I never grew with this type of system before.
My man keeping it OG.
But I do think it's very cool. It's a DWC system. In it, he has 7 plants, which I had to defoliate. I also had to cut some clones for him. And the system is also somewhat automated. Once the water level drops where the plants are, that automatically transfers in more nutrient water into the system. So all I've been doing is just checking the pH daily.
You really been checking it daily, though?
I really have been.
But daily as in for the purposes of this video daily or like every day? I got dirt on you, doggy.
I missed the day. I missed the day. I missed the day. I missed the day out. Now I'm new to this type of system, so as I learn more, I'll be dispersing that information on to you. But I'm sure a lot of you watching this already know what it is. So go ahead and enlighten us in the comments as we move on to how the plants recovered in the new setup. Ladies and gentlemen, if you doubt
We don't fold, we don't bend, we don't break it straight,
it, you haven't been watching this channel for a long time, baby. Cause we on. Let's go!
You're witnessing greatness.
They are. Listen, some of them don't even know it, man. Didn't I tell you I was gonna get a new sponsor with more money and I did it? Didn't I tell you I wasn't gonna quit and I did it?
Say it with your chest.
Didn't I tell you I was gonna be the best at this? And ain't I doing it?
But Big Daddy, you only got 13,000 subscribers.
I don't pander to the lowest common denominator, bitch.
Those are the seats that popped on last week's video.
Back up, Alfred. This is my mic, Alfred. My turn. Bro, how y'all got 2 times, 3 times the amount of subscribers I got, and I got twice the views as y'all? Y'all better figure out what's real out there. 'Cause I'm here for that #1 spot. Now, before we leave, I gotta thank the people that been holding me down while I didn't have a sponsor. Y'all know YouTube doesn't let us monetize this kind of content. So genetic sales and Patreon have been how I've been surviving. With that, we have a new Patreon alert. Welcome, new Patreon Addict Space. Appreciate you. Aside of that, thanks for spending your time with me. If you like the video, let it reflect in the comment and the like.
Thank you, drink right there. Look at that. You passed.
I'm here walking through the bushes to go to the gym, and I saw this moving, and I'm like, nah, I gotta see. What is this, bro? Nah, I don't. Yo, if my, you know what, bro? You good. You got that. You got that.